It's on. It's on. Alright, we're just gonna do some, this says epic leveling on my warlock. Alright, we're just gonna do some, this says epic leveling on my warlock. Say, don't not keep playing. Say, oh, what do I want to do? Don't not keep do anything. Oh, I can do it. Oh, what do I want to do? Do anything. Oh, I can do it. Sure, I've already done that though. That's weird. Sure, I've already done that though. Weird. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's check the epics then, obviously. Alright, let's check the epics then, obviously. Be really hard to do all of that. Be really hard to do all of that. Will. We gotta do run all the missives out the King's Forest. We gotta do run. I don't want to do that now. All the missives out the King's Forest. I don't want to do that now. I must have played this on. I don't know. This must have been. I must have played this on. It's weird. Nothing's. I don't know. This must have been. I must have played this on. It's weird. Nothing's. I don't know. This must have been. It's weird. Nothing's. Literally nothing. That was weird. Literally nothing. That was weird. Literally nothing. That was weird.
Inquisitor Noman is entrance. An irritated scowl on his face.
Not straight near me.
Oh no, a silver flame piece. Oh no, a silver flame piece.
This way and dispatch the rest of this filth. You go this way and... Novice, come with me.
I'm in a cult. I'm a warlock. I'm in a cult. I'm a warlock.
In the center of this room stands a blood-stained altar.
Acts a little bit like a religion. Why don't we get religious feet? Acts a little bit like a religion. Why don't we get religious feet?
There are light scuff marks around the bookshelf on the right. It had been moved frequently.
Kind of wanted to be on earlier, but I got distracted by Survive the Hunt. Kind of wanted to be on earlier, and then I needed food. By Survive the Hunt, and then I needed food. Stupid food. Stupid food. I had SpaghettiOs.
The nun who accompanied me lies on the ground in the hallway.
I had SpaghettiOs. It would have been 2000 if it hadn't been for somebody adding somebody to the guild who's going to play all in one damn day. It would have been 2000 if it hadn't been for somebody adding somebody to the guild who's going to. Oh, could just invite him to the ship. No. Could just invite him to the ship. We'd be level 115 by now if it hadn't been for that. We'd be level 115 by now if it hadn't been for that.
Voice drifts up from somewhere below. Speaks no one's name. The Inquisitor himself.
You will do no such thing. The silver flame has caused a... They will throw them off the table. No, you will stay here. See that no one gets away. I will go below and assist our guests.
No, you know. It's no, you know. See, I could really use one of those heals myself. Albie. Not too sure what that Gerolith was going to go out and kill. He's just such a cat. Not too sure what that Gerolith was going to go out and kill. He's such a cat. Tell you. They're demon effigies. Oh my god. They're demon effigies. Oh my god. Hey, Fargonaut. Hey, Rolana. Sorry to see you.
Stands next to a strangely confident-looking brow. They seem
Surprised I am not who you thought I was. I should have told you at the start. This is nothing, my friend. A nuisance. The ritual is underway, and the silver flame is powerless to stop it. So pray, shall we continue? Now, give yourselves, my children. Give to the glory of our cause. Stand aside. Let my minions kill this filth.
Took a nap and I'm still a little tired. It's been one of those days, I guess. Took a nap and I'm still a little tired. I didn't get anything really good off of hardcore this year or this season. Didn't have any good gold rolls over there. Off of hardcore this year or this season. Didn't have any good gold rolls over there. What did I say? You're gonna have to kill me? Oh god, three stacks. Oh god, three stacks. I have a barbarian with 2,000 hit points, and he won't cast divine on me at all. And then I get on some little warlock's only got 400 hit points, and it's all like, yeah, I will put 3 stacks on you forever. What the hell? Some little warlock's only got 400 hit points, and it's all like, yeah, I will put 3 stacks on you forever. What the hell? Okay, he's dead. Okay, he's dead. Yep, I did that during the day. I did that this morning. I didn't do much. I just did gold rolls, so it's just a matter of yep, I did that. Throwing it on Simblix this morning. I didn't do much. I just did gold rolls, so it's just a matter of yep, I did that. Throwing it on Simblix. Simblix holds all my potions. Mostly I got potions, so. Simblix holds all my more character over there. I'm keeping for gold daily gold rolls since it's open all the way till November 3rd. That'd be crazy not to get all those gold rolls. More character over there. I'm keeping for gold daily gold rolls since it's open all the way till November 3rd. That'd be crazy not to get all those gold rolls. I'm not keeping any of the characters either. All my hardcore characters are named after it's Fanta, and then I'm not keeping any of the characters either. They're all Warforged. They're color coordinated. All my hardcore characters are named after it's Fanta, and then I'm not keeping any of the characters. I don't know why I did that. They're color coordinated. All my hardcore characters are named after it's Fanta, and then I don't know why I did that. Yeah, next time, since they've obviously put in something to stop the best getting, I'm gonna probably make real characters next time. Just transfer them over to Argoniston or maybe Sarlona, depending on how well I do. I can open the door, but well, that's XP. Just transfer them over to Argoniston or maybe Sarlona, depending on how well I do. It's XP, I can't leave it on the table. It's easy XP. It's XP, I can't leave it on the table. It's easy XP. 3K for throwing 2 switches. Where do I sign up? I kind of already do. But I have that. I've been pretty meticulous with my gold rolls. I have now at least a level 20 on every server. They're never near. I've been pretty meticulous with my gold. When you're level 20, you can pretty much farm, even with crap gear, you can pretty much farm at least level 15s to Sharn stuff. When you're level 20, you can pretty much farm with crap gear. And then that'll carry you to 25, some high road gear. Then you're ready. 25, some high road gear. Then you're ready. Every time you'll find. I'd like to get one really solid character over on Sarlona. Really, I'm just on Kyber and Argo. Yeah, I haven't been on Argo in a while. I know everything is dead right now. Yeah, I haven't been on Argo in a while. I know everything is dead right now. Yeah, I kind of would like to run every now. I would kind of like to run with Voodoo Spice. Maybe he has to carry me a little bit. It'd be a first life. I would kind of like to run with Voodoo I think it'd just be fun, kind of like, you know, do some low levels with him. Carry me a little bit. It'd be a first. I don't think that sounds that crazy. I think it'd just be fun, kind of like, you know, do some low levels with him. I kind of would like to start playing with other people. I've ran solo for so long. I mean, most people don't like my style, though. I mean, I really don't do anything overly challenging. I've ran solo for. I would just like to do nice casual runs with people. I really don't do anything overly. I mean, some people though are really so, you know. Oh yeah, well, he was saying that on the stream. It's R4. R4 is his sweet spot now. As R4, you don't get Vengeance Reapers, and R5 you do. It's R4. R4 is so it's like the best blend for low level Reaper. As R4, you don't get with without the massive headache. So it's like the best blend for low level Reaper. Without the massive headache. He usually just when he's just doing pugging, it's just it's R4 because he knows he can carry the whole team at R4. Now, if he gets if he gets the crew together, it's R4 because he knows he can carry the whole team at R4. Now, if he gets the crew together. Oh, he's running up. Obviously, if I was to start brewing Reapers, I would consult with an expert. I barely do elites. Obviously, if I was to start brewing Reapers, I actually do a lot of elites. I mean, now once I got my leveling gear, and I mean, at least challenging even on the first life. Actually, but I can get through it. Once I got my leveling gear, and at least challenging on the first life, I can get through it. I'm still no good at Epic Elite. I die all the time. I wish I could stop the massive migraines that hit me every morning at like 4:30 a.m. I don't know why 4:30 either. Stop the massive migraines that hit me every morning at like 4:30 a.m. I don't know why 4:30 either. All right, Flame Fang's dead. I did not get them all. I just feed them now. I already have one of the few things I have 2 epic of. I don't remember on. One's on 3C. I did not get them all. May I pass them? Oh no, I can't pass guards and seals. I have 2 epic of. I don't remember on. One's on 3C. May I pass them? Oh no, I can't pass guards and seals. I gotta get another character to 27, otherwise I have nothing to pass the 27 gear to. I should really spend a lot of time just getting characters up to 27. Otherwise I have nothing to pass the 27 gear to. I should really spend a lot of time just getting characters up to 27. It didn't tell you I was live. That is because I am only mostly live. It didn't tell you I was live. That is because I am only mostly live. Hashtag that accelerated quickly. Escalated. I've only seen that movie once. I know some of the memes. Escalated. Well, congratulations on the twins. I've only seen that movie once. I know some of the memes. Well, congratulations on the twins. Fraternal or identical, boys, girls. Looks like I'm in Back West with the lady. Servants of the Overlord. That's it. Looks like I'm in Fraternal. Okay. The lady. Servants of the Overlord. That's it. Two girls, huh? I'd probably upset my wife by not telling her first and just naming them Polgara and Beldarin. You told me to fill out all the paperwork. It's your own fault. My wife by not telling her first and just naming them Polgara and Beldarin. You told me to fill out all the paperwork. It's your own fault. So with my mom, my dad got a hold of him, and I almost became. So the second I almost became duplicate, and my sister almost became Phaedra. With my mom, my dad got a hold of him, and I almost became. She learned with the third kid, my sister. Almost became Phaedra. Dad didn't even get a touch. Didn't even get a touch the birth certificate. I don't know what kind of crazy thing you got in your head for this one. I got Phaedra name again. My family on both sides are inveterate practical jokers. So we're in the. So mom's holding me and dad's got the paperwork and asking her, well, what do you want to name him? She said, I thought we were going to name him after you. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be called senior, so we're not calling him junior. And he clicks in the pen, it's one of those old clicky pens, right? He clicks in the pen, so he retracts the nub and he goes, I've got an idea. We'll just name him Duplicate and acts like he writes out duplicate on the form. She freaks out. That's an official document. You can't change that. I've got an idea. We'll just name him Duplicate and acts like he writes out duplicate on the form. She freaks out. That's an official document. You can't change that. The Phaedra thing, though, is actually probably pretty serious. My dad really had a thing for the works of Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood. The Phaedra thing, though, is actually probably people think I have odd musical tastes. Had a thing for the works of Nancy Sinatra and Lee. My dad was a huge Rob McEwen fan too. People think I have odd musical tastes. Yeah, the Glendar thing's kind of my own invention. Yeah, the Glendar thing's kind of my own invention. But if I really wanted a Bardy name, I would definitely go with my Bard's name. I mean, a perfect Bard name is Alice Thane Garfield. But if I really like the most Bardy name ever. It sounds really, really fancy, but it just means King of Beers. It's like the most Bardy name ever. sounds really, really fancy, but it just means king of beers. And I didn't even mean it to mean king of beer. That's even a stupider thing. I really fell in love with a name out of a book called The Peshawar Lancers by S.M. Sterling. And I didn't even mean it to mean it was Athelston, Noble Stone, old king of a book called The Peshawar Lancers by S.M. And I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember it. I was like making the character, right? I didn't want to go look up the book because I forgot where I put the book at the time because I couldn't remember that books is a giant pile of books by my bed. The character, right? And so I tried to remember it from memory and I got it fantastically wrong. Instead of Athelston, I thought it was Alice Thane. And then I realized about 6 months later, if you break it in two, you get Ales Thane, which literally means king of beers. And then I realized about the most party name ever. You get Ales. Yep. Thane. And then, of course, the Garfield part actually came out of Solaris 7. Being a Solaris 7 thing, and so his nickname was the Cat, of course. So. My bard is a lazy, lasagna-eating, beer-drinking cat. Yeah. Would pretty much be the most party thing ever. Yeah, that's from Battletech. It was a role-playing, play-by-mail role-playing set on Battletech Solaris 7 game world. Yeah, that's from Battletech. And, it was fun while it lasted. Role-playing set on Battletech Solaris 7 game world. It was fun while it lasted. It's actually probably the most fun I've had with regular traditional role playing I've ever had. It's actually probably the most fun I've had with regular traditional role playing I've ever had. I got a lot of Battletech memes out of it too. So Alice and Garfield in one of the duels had burned down one of the old characters, and named Herman Shan. He was really like cruel, like to finish off his enemies and whatnot. Yeah, he was basically a puppy kicker. Anyway, yeah, Alice Thane finally got into a Star Slayer and like totally like burned him to the ground. Yeah, he was basically a puppy kicker. So I had a picture and it said body bags now in Herman Chan size, and it was a picture of sandwich Ziploc baggies. I have roleplay. You assumed I roleplayed all kinds of systems, and you would kind of right. I did some play testing for a lot of them. Play tested. 3 versions of Shadowrun and 2 versions of MechWarrior, the Battletech one. Oh yeah, I have played a lot of. See, now that's what I've done. I've done more of the board gaming, tabletop wargaming. I have played so much Battletech, it is not even funny. I used to be one of the biggest Battletech players in the world. Yeah, easily. Board game. I actually used to be part of their demo side until a friend decided to try to cheat my wife because we can't stand losing, and then shortly after, they released a supplement that whitewashed the only black nation in it. So yeah. I did not have a happy. Where are my guides? Where are they? I don't have any? What? I don't. Weird. I have 3? I don't have any? What? Oh, I'm just picking up one. Yeah, both parts. Weird. Both parts are almost equally set. I have 3? I used to run with a group of people down in San Diego known as the Aerotech Cabal. Now it's kind of funny because both of them ended up marrying black girls, and I pointed out to what happened to both of them, and they were all like, "Oh, that's really horrible." We now see that. Well, you know. Yeah, I wonder what changed between when it came out and where you're at. All right. We now see that. It now actually affects you personally. Yeah, I wonder what changed between when it came out and where you're at. All right. It now actually affects you personally. It was. Oh. Yeah, we used to have lots of places to go roleplay. We still actually have two good places here in town, which is kind of surprising. We have a place that's called something, which I will not give them a shout out. I do not like the owners, not like them at all. We have a place that's called something, which I will not give them a shout out. I do not like the owners, not like them. And the other one though is called Autos, Video Games, and More, and it is a very funny story about Otto. Otto used to actually be an area general manager for GameStop, and he's one of those people who got so sick of GameStop, he was all like, I can do better. Yeah. He's personally, his store is probably responsible. We used to have 3 GameStops, now we have 1, and even that one is struggling because literally no one goes there. Autos goes where. We used to have 3 GameStops, now we have 1, and even that one is struggling because no one goes there. Autos. I haven't really tabletop roleplay in so long. I don't think that might be the best idea. It depends if Rick ever comes back, I guess. He used to be our main game master for Shadowrun. He used to run a good game. It depends if Rick ever comes back, I guess. The scene here is kind of skewed a little right. Not Trump right, but the scene here is kind of skewed a little right. I warn you not to come to Bakersfield. There is a Vegas odds chance you will not leave. I'm sorry. It probably would be better to have you fly me out. A Vegas odds chance you will not leave. I'm sorry. It probably would be better to have you fly me out. The movie? You came to Bakersfield for a movie? Like what, the best of times? Like the only, like 3 movies I can think of that's in Bakersfield that go here. Or, like the only, like 3 movies I can think of that's in Bakersfield that go here. Oh, were we mentioned in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? I've never seen that. I never was a big Hunter Thompson fan. I've never seen that. I never was a big. Probably as a joke, or always a joke. Pretty much are a joke. Probably as a joke, or always a joke. Pretty much are a joke. If you really want to see what Kern County is like, I really highly recommend you check out The Best of Times with Kurt Russell and Robin Williams. That literally is Bakersfield versus Taft. I mean, that's kind of almost based on a true story. That literally is Bakersfield versus Taft. I do think it is on Amazon Prime right now. Or was it? I one of the 2. I do think it is on Amazon. But it's also a really good movie. But it basically Bakersfield live. which also could be summed up by the Bruce Springsteen song "Glory Days," which is why I despise the song. Which also could be summed up by the Bruce Springsteen. I cannot believe how many people I still run into that want to talk to me about high school. I hate my high school experience. I cannot believe how many. And by extension, I hate them. Awesome. It's a great movie. It's funny as all get out. And the funniest parts are the parts you're going to realize are totally true and accurate. Awesome. It's a great movie. It's funny as all get out. And the funniest I think the connections I made with my teachers and the stuff I learned wasn't necessarily a waste of time. It's just when you kind of grow up a little bit faster, but a little bit more socially awkward, high school's hell. I don't necessarily believe that, but I think there needs to be more paths than high school. High school is just a meat grinder. Junior high is worse, though. I don't necessarily believe that, but I think there needs to be more paths. Junior high should be like 2 years off because high school is just a meat. Kids are not really capable of accepting what their hormones are doing. Junior high should be like 2 years. It is a given fact that I have never had a seventh grader ever tell me the truth. I don't care how good of a student they are. I do not believe seventh graders are capable of telling me the truth. I do not believe seventh graders are capable of telling me the truth. Oh. You can mute it. Sorry, I swear. I don't care about swearing on my channel, but I don't. Don't think you were necessarily talking to me either. Oh my god, where's all this crap coming from? And then I got spider venom. Oh my god, where's all this crap coming from? And then I got spider venom. I wanted to be with you. Stop! It's not recording half the stuff I'm doing. Stuff I'm doing. Oh, I do this on autopilot. I don't care. I've just never ran around there and found both Hezeros and both Reavers, and I do this on her right there. I mean, that's like. I've just never ran around. Usually they're like spread out. Both Reavers and right there. I mean, that's like. Oh, stupid Hezero. Oh, stupid Hezero. You are not facing the flame eater. When I pressed the button, I was. Yeah, she's got no chance of avoiding the weapon trip. When I pressed the button, I was. I actually don't really mind her. It's. Yeah, she's got no chance. Yeah, and sometimes even with a no ghosting keyboard, it just doesn't recognize key presses. There are still some ways DDO shows that it's a 14-year-old game. Constantly being rebuilt and maintained by people who don't have any instructions on how it was built in the first place. DDO shows that it's a 14-year-old game.
The spinner of shadow.
Constantly being rebuilt and maintained by people who don't have any instructions on how we build this place. It's the last of the real lemonade. Now I gotta go back and drink. It's the last of the real lemonade. I had my eyes dilated, so I treated myself too. Since I wasn't gonna be able to take care of I couldn't cook or anything. I went out and got some orange chicken and spicy wings from Winco and 2 jugs of lemonade. Finally got through the last of the lemonade. Chicken and spicy wings from Winco and 2 jugs of lemonade. Got through the last of the lemonade. The good news is, the doctor says, I have no damage in the back of my eyes. Yay! So glasses will work. The good news is, the doctor says, I have no damage in the back of my eyes. Yay! So glasses will work. He said I actually have been wearing 2 stronger glasses. Like, what have you been wearing? 275s? My God, crank that back a bit. He said I actually. Yeah, I only have 1. I can see, I can't see. I can see, I can't see. I only have 1. And, slowly my eyes have been. As you get older, it's harder to focus. I'm very farsighted now. And, slowly my eyes have been. I'm going to show you how much I like to read. That was a big problem. My eyes actually, to help my eyes, I switched from my old very, very bright Nook HD and switched to a Kindle Paperwhite. I was actually to help my eyes. I switched from my old very, very bright Nook HD. Very, very good. Kindle Paperwhite. Very, very good deal. Yeah, see, I could stand that. I would go crazy. Very, very good. As long as they can fix it, I'd go crazy. Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to. Yeah, see, I could stand that. I would go crazy. As long as they can fix it. How am I doing anyway? Where did I put it? Yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm 1 down. Why was it 24? How am I doing? The hell? Where did I put it? Yeah, no, I'm 1 down. Why am I fighting it? Why was it 24? The hell? Yeah, well, if I can see things far away without my glasses, I'm sure they'd take my driver's license away. Yeah, well, I'm positive of that. See things far away without my glasses, they'd take my driver's license away. I'm positive. As long as you can make out the needle and know where 55 is, we don't care, but. If you can't read the exits. As long as you can make out the needle and know where 55 is, we don't care, but. If you can't read the exits. Yeah, Albus, you tank her. You do that. Be 33. Yeah, Albus, you tank her. You do that. Be 33. I think actually Albus is tanking her. No! I said anything. Actually, Albus is taking her. No! I said anything. Music in the eye. Where are we at? 35? We need 1 more. That one right there. I have not actually tried them yet, but I'm in favor of adding variety to everything, so. I think they need to find a. The big thing they need to do is find a way to make perform a class skill for Phaylocks. I think they need to find a. The big thing they need to do is find a way to make. That's still a big thing. Phaylocks. Phaylocks still kind of run a little back. I mean, you know, I said this on the stream yesterday. Sonic is the stepchild of BDO. Kind of run a little back. I mean, you know, I said this on the stream yesterday. As far as elemental damages go. Yes, all elemental damage is powered by spell power. All right, except for Sonic, which you need to perform. Wait, what? Only bards use Sonic. Yeah, and that sound burst in my cleric thing. Oh, it doesn't exist, right? Only bards use Sonic. Yeah, and that sound burst in my cleric thing. Oh, it doesn't exist, right? Well, I don't even mind if it's performed as long as anything that uses Sonic can get performed some way, somehow as a class skill. As long as anything that uses Sonic can get admittedly at epic level, at top levels, it's not like perform is the hardest skill to ever get on equipment. They threw it on so much equipment. You've got the dashing gloves, you've got the symphonic lenses, you've got the blast charm. They threw it on so much equipment. You've got the dashing gloves, you've got the symphonic lenses, you've got the blast charm. Or just make it Sonic is either spell power or perform, whichever is higher. I mean, make it easy. Or just make it Sonic is either spell power. I mean, because Alice Lane has. I mean, the biggest number I have for a skill is Alice Lane's perform skill, which is out currently at 117. The biggest. And he's only a first lifer. So that's crazy high. Alice Lane's perform skill, which is currently at 117. So that's crazy high. Shard of the Envenom Blade. I might make an epic version of that. I don't know who I give it to, but maybe I'll do it. I guess I would give it to Ariat, unless she's mainly daggers. Shard of the Envenom Blade. I might make an epic version of that. Yeah, well, Alice thing was pretty much an all or nothing build. Unless she's mainly daggers. It was 18 charisma, 13. Yeah, well, Alice thing was pretty much Constitution. And the rest, whatever. It was 18 charisma. Wisdom. Constitution. Just for the saves. Red? That's a really good Warhammer, nonetheless. Insightful, Deadly, Draining 4, Acidic 4, Adamantine, that's not half bad. That's a really good Warhammer. That actually might sell for a ducat or two. Insightful, Deadly, Draining 4, Acidic 4, Adamantine, that's not half bad. That's a really good That actually might sell for Adamantine, Acidic, Draining, and Insightful, Deadly. I'll put that on the auction house for Adamantine, I guess. Acidic, Draining, and Insightful Deadly. Insightful Deadly, because, you know, Deadly's not that hard to get. So Insightful Deadly, you know, I guess. That's just a nice little topper. Insightful Deadly, because, you know, Deadly's not that hard to get. 28, yeah, that's just poor. 28 fragments, that's just poor roll by me. I've gotten as high, you can get as high as about, so I think on normal, you roll, you can get anywhere from 20 to 60. On hard, it's 50 to a whole token, and then at elite, you get a whole token. On hard, it's sometimes two. A whole token, and then at elite, you get a. I'll throw it on the shard exchange for 5. Sometimes 2. If anybody wants it, it's a good Warhammer. It's a really good Warhammer. I might get a deck. I might get some shards for it. I'll throw it on the shard exchange. It's worth throwing for shards. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to ask no crazy shards for it. If I get even a little bit of shards, hey, you know what? Didn't have those shards. Shards. Light. I mean, I'm not going to ask no crazy shards for it. If I get even a little bit of shards, hey, you know what? Didn't have those shards. Just realized I have to add. Oh, I pretty much have to add all the Roses albums in my MP3 player. For a while, when before, I started playing music on my stream just before Twitch was all like, "Yeah, we're gonna just drop the band hammer on it." Yes. For a while, when I started, so I was listening to everything through my. Just drop the band hammer on it. Well, yeah, I still use Winamp. I'm sorry. So I was listening to everything through my. Yeah, I still use Winamp. I'm sorry. Oh, the new music thing is dumber. The new music thing is, hey, you can now use anything off this playlist where we're paying the artist with exposure. The new music thing is, hey, you can now use anything off. I've tried that. I went into like Albertsons and went to the deli and like, man, if you give me like an eight piece dark, I'll tell everybody how great Albertsons is, and I was escorted from the store. Turns out you can't actually pay people with exposure. Yeah, I have come rapidly to the conclusion if I was desperate. If I really thought that music was going to make everybody flock to my channel, which obviously it won't, but if it was going to do that, I would simply pay Monster Cat $5 a month because they have some pretty damn good music. If I really thought $5 a month in music would get me $100 in subscriptions and biddies and whatnot, I would rather do that. And it's not like I said, it's not like Monster Cat doesn't have some of the most epic music now. I don't like everything on the Monster Cat thing, but there's enough that I could probably put together a 6-hour playlist and not repeat anything. Except Castaways and probably put together a 6-hour playlist. Just call except Castaways and hang up by World. No, that I'd probably repeat a couple of Instagram songs. Hang up by World. Yes, I watch Rocket League for the music. No, that I'd probably repeat a couple of Instagram songs. Car Soccer is completely. Yes, I watch Rocket League for the music. Secondary. Car Soccer is completely. Secondary. And naturally, obviously, as it would turn out, Monster Cat primarily does like electronica, dance, house stuff. I never much cared for that until it was done by Monster Cat, and therefore. When I finally liked that, of course, it was done by, yes, you guessed it, Canadians. I never much cared for that until it was done by Monster Cat, and therefore, when I finally liked that, of course, it was done by, yes, you guessed it. My MP3 player could be broadcasted on Canadian, legitimately on Canadian Airways radio. My MP3. It more than meets the 30% Canadian content rule. Massively overdoes it. Massively. It more than meets the 30%. Oh, right now I listen to somebody English. This is George Fell, his version of the theme from Stationary Arc, which is an amazing piece of music. I actually heard this first on Commodore 64 chiptune. The theme from Stationary Arc. The original's lost. It was a nature show from the BBC in the late 50s, early 60s. Back when, and if you heard anything from Doctor Who, you know that they just tended to destroy tapes en masse. In the late 50s, early 60s. Back when, and if you heard anything from Doctor Who, you know that they just tended to destroy tapes en masse. Yeah, I tried to watch Doctor Who. I don't get it. Oh yeah, they found like found most of like season 3 in tapes that were in a box that somehow got buried underneath a runway in Addis Ababa. Yeah, they found like right. No, Khartoum. I'm sorry, it wasn't Addis Ababa. In tapes, Khartoum in the Sudan. In a box that somehow got buried underneath a runway in Addis Ababa. I was all like, right. No, Khartoum. I'm sorry. That's almost as random as an actual Doctor Who episode. In the Sudan. I was all like, that's almost as random as an actual Doctor Who episode. I hope the Sudan made him pay a lot, for him. It's like, yeah, you want these tapes back, huh? You know how much Doctor Who fans will pay for them? We want millions! And royalties! You know how much Doctor Who fans will pay for them? We want millions! And royalties! I need new bot ads. I should just make my bot ads like my stupid products. I need new bot ads. I should just make my bot ads. I wonder who's being the who's the unwholesome is up here. No, I wonder why. Must be 9 o'clock. We have tone. We have tone. Fox 4. Fox 4. We have tone. We have tone. Fox 4. Fox 4. Oh no, my cat's on my desk. There is nothing up there for the kitty. Never has been, never will be. Oh no, my cat's on my desk. There is nothing up there for the kitty. Never has been, never will be. Saying, darling, I love you. Lives upon a landscape, I should love the coil and strength. See a beauty like a crystal in an all night long direct. See a beauty like a crystal. Like everybody my age, I fell in love with the Everybody Have Fun Tonight by Wang Chung, and then I actually went out and bought Mosaic, and the best song was definitely the title track, Flat Horizon. Everybody Have Fun Tonight by Wang Chung, and then I actually actually went out and bought Mosaic, and the best song is definitely the title track, Flat Horizon.
But at least it will take you away. You find yourself in a vast cavern of stone deep below the surface. If you are to find Elminster, you must
Why are they doing that now? Maybe both appearing over here. Why are they doing that now? You laugh at me. Maybe both appearing over old and rich I see, fixed for all eternity. We don't have a whole lot of songs about art. Fixed for all eternity. But it's kind of funny. We have one of those art. A lot of songs. We have one of those art people that show up, and I tried to play this for them, and they didn't get it. And I'm all like, it's kind of funny. We have one of those art. Wow, we like art, but I tried to play this for them, and they didn't get it. And I'm all like, good how this song's about art. Great. I mean, I know it's also a romantic song. Well, kind of. I always thought it was neat because it wasn't like, I want to paint you because you're smexy. It's, I want to paint you because I actually like you. I want to capture all. I always thought it was neat because it wasn't. That's why I'm doing this in abstract art. I want to paint you because I actually like you. I want to capture all. That's why I'm doing this in abstract art. Look, there's some. Oh my god. I'm gonna go jump into the bottomless pit. Look, there's some. Oh my god. I'm gonna go jump into the bottomless pit. I'm not too sure why you called me a lizard. Oh, I forgot to give her Kenneth boots, didn't I? I don't see them. Oh, I forgot to give her Kenneth boots, didn't I? I don't see them.
A magical portal lies ahead. If the scouts are right, it will take you closer to the surface. The Drow patrol you looked for is taking a break on the other side of the ravine.
Wait, I thought I had feather fall. I guess we can try this. Wait, I thought I had feather fall. Hey, it's almost like having Kenneth boots. I guess we can try this. Well, that's my friend recommended this song to me, Car Radio by 21 Pilots, because oh, it reminds me a lot of you. And then I listened to it and I'm like, I think it reminds me a lot of me too. So I ended up like, I think I've got 421 Pilots. Yeah, 21 Pilots. Okay. I think I like Arcade Fire a little more, but they're both pretty good. So I ended up like, I think I've got 421 Pilots. Yeah. I think Arcade Fire I like a little more because they're so weird. I think I like Arcade Fire a little more, but they're both pretty good. I mean, both of them I don't like as much as the Killers, but I like a little more because they're so weird. I mean, both of them I don't. The song I really like by Arcade Fire is Mountains Beyond Mountains, Sprawl 2. Oh, I love the Killers. I still have to check out Imploding the Mirage. I don't know if it's any good. Their last album I thought was a little weak compared to the rest of them. I still have to check out. That's not bad. I just thought it was a lot weaker than say Hot Fuzz or Hot Fuzz or Dance Town. It's not bad. I just thought it was a lot weaker than say Hot Fuzz. But I hear really good things about Hot Fuzz Mirage. I hear really good things about Mirage. And there's the only two we choose to do. Please to win and feel losing. For me, the thing about the killers is that they remind me not like one to one with, but they remind me kind of thematically of Queen. And the fact that Queen always like when you listen to a Queen song, you think of like theater. You think like of Broadway plays or when you listen to a Queen song, but the Killers are like a really like an epic movie soundtrack. But the Killers are Queen is theatrical, then the Killers are cinematic. And I think that fits their Queen is theatrical, then the Killers are cinematic. I mean, when you listen to songs like "When You Were Young" or "Dustland Fairy Tale," it's like cramming a whole movie in 5 minutes. You know. I mean, when you listen to songs like "When You Were Young" or "Dustland Fairy Tale," it's like cramming a whole movie in 5 minutes. You know. They're really good into your brain, much like Queen were. Where Queen were like, could be abstract and very. They're really good. Most operatic. Much like Queen were. Killers are very much about. Where Queen were like, could be abstract and very. Telling operatic. Story. Killers are very much about. I'm one of those people that are kind of like on the fence of Queen. I kind of like. I like some Queen songs, and I don't like some. Never was like. I'm one of those people that are. I like these Queen songs, but I never was like I'm a Queen. I like some Queen songs, and I don't like some. Never was like. I like these Queen songs, but I never was like I'm a Queen. I like some Queen songs, and I don't like some. Never was like. I don't know why I made that decision, that distinction. I don't know. I guess there was that thing about being a Queen fan. I don't know why I made that decision, that distinction. I don't know. I guess there was that thing about being a Queen fan. I don't know. I don't know why I made the distinction. I don't know. I don't know why I made the distinction. Because I wasn't ready to be all that out there. I mean, obviously nowadays I'm pretty out there. I certainly had no problems with Elton John. Because I wasn't ready to be all that out there. Dressed up like a giant chicken. Dressed up like Donald Duck in the middle of New York City. I had no problems with Elton John. No. Dressed up like a giant chicken. Dressed up like Donald Duck in the middle of New York City. Do I still have a hire? Does not like that. I have not done actually. The King's Forest. Do I still have? I will go collect all the things out there. Does not like that. I have not. Now the songs by Queen that I like, I really. The surprise. The King's Forest. I came to listen to Under Pressure way late in my life. Now the songs by Queen that I like. Because obviously I grew up in the era of you can't touch this, and then I actually. I was like mid 30s the first time I heard Under Pressure. You can't touch this. I know, it sounds amazing, right? How did I miss Under Pressure? I was like, for literally the mid-30s the first time I heard it. It did. I know, it sounds amazing, right? How did I miss Under Pressure? All the Queen songs my friends like were primarily like the Jock Jam, so, you know, We Are the Champions, Who Wants to Live Forever, Princess of the Universe, that kind of crap. No, not crap. They're good songs. But they're certainly not the deeper end of the Queen pool. And of course, I heard Under Pressure, and I was all like, "Oh shit! Wow, not crap. They're good songs." This is like the opposite of "House That You Live In" by Gordon Lightfoot. This is all like, this is like written at the same time. Doctor, My Eyes Were, and it's so much more powerful. Wow! And Doctor, My Eyes is a pretty good song. Jackson Brown, but Pressure is better. Says a lot of the same things, only like, hey, this shit is bad. Says a lot of the same things, only like, hey, this shit is bad. Now I hit 10, stopped liking bicycle race. Hit 13, started liking One Vision. Hit 10, stopped liking bicycle race. Hit 13, started liking One Vision. I was a huge when I was growing up, we liked all the cheap Air Force Manly Man stuff. Top Gun, Iron Eagle, loved Iron Eagle. Air Force Manly Man. Oh my god, those are awful. If you are literally not Iron Eagle, love Iron Eagle. Mike and the Mechanics? I only have one song by them. I don't know a whole lot, but if The Living Years isn't one of the most heartbreaking songs ever, I don't know what else to say. It is a fantastical song. If that is the only song that they ever made, they would be granted a high ranks of one hit wonderdom. It is a fantastic song. So if all their other stuff is like that, then I have seriously missed out on not actually listening to more of Mike and the Mechanic stuff. So if all their other stuff is like that, then I have seriously. And actually, it's such a good song. I'm kind of wondering why I never have. I mean, I've listened to more Joe Jackson, and to know that I really don't like anything but Stepping Out. Oh, that's Mike Rutherford from Canada. That was his project, I think. Oh, yeah. And sometimes that doesn't always work out. I mean, I love Rick Wakeman's stuff on Yes. I don't like his solo stuff. It's a little. I'll have to check it out. I mean, I don't have time to listen to everything. I mean, as much as I say I love Canadian music, I will admit I got a big gaping rush-shaped hole in my. I mean, I don't have time to listen to everything. I mean, my discography. I know I have to get to that, but. Gaping rush-shaped hole in my. Discography. Following in reverse, Popular Monster. I love cool videos. Sometimes I just go on cool videos. Oh, great. I love cool videos. Cool videos. Oh, great. No, I have not. Yeah, that's a good video, though. I did watch some New Order when my friend came around. We watched a lot of New Order because I got into New Order when I caught Moby's cover of New Order's. I got into New Order when I caught. No, I'm blanking. Moby's cover of New Order's. But Moby did a really heavy cover of a New Order song. Don't think it's Blue Monday. But really heavy cover of a New Order song. Or are you saying Blue Monday is something else to watch? That's true. That's probably. Don't think it's Blue Monday. New Dawn Fades. Got it. Crap it. New Dawn Fades. Or are you saying Blue Monday is something else to watch? That's true. That's probably. Yeah, that's how I got into New Order. New Dawn Fades. We did New Dawn Fades. New Dawn Fades. Very heavy version. Yeah, that's how I got into New Order. We did went back and we said very heavy. We go back. He'd recommend a New Order song. I'd recommend something by. I think I was actually doing Monster Cat stuff around Electronica, showing how the Canadian stuff wasn't as bad as he thought it was. He'd recommend a New Order song. Watch the first Wonder Woman. I think I was actually doing Monster Cat stuff. I've got to actually see the first Wonder Woman. That wasn't as bad. Definitely something on my watch list I haven't been able to get to yet. Watch the first Wonder Woman. I've got to actually. I signed up for NordVPN, so it'll probably come on. Definitely something on Netflix soon. I signed up for NordVPN, so it'll probably. That's where I watched Aquaman. Soon. I don't know why Thor 4 replaced Chris Hemsworth with Jason Momoa and changed all the lightning to water. I don't know why Thor. Yeah, my friend really likes PIL. Momoa and changed all the lightning to water. So I know of them, and I know I've heard a couple of their songs, although I couldn't name them. So it's a vague awareness. So I know of them. You know, I know a lot of times I've seen, like, I'm very folk orientated, but I actually like, I don't maybe like them as much as folk. I'm a lot more, like, I'm very choosy, folk orientated, but I actually, I don't maybe like them as much as folk. But I like some songs that people would never think I would ever like at all, too. Some songs that people would never think I would like at all, too. Some for the better, others for worse. Suspicious Tree is suspicious. Suspicious Tree is suspicious. Yeah, that sounds like that's something that's definitely like musical bragging rights. New Order live, that probably would be probably a good show. Yeah, that sounds like that's something that's definitely, even if you're not that big of a fan of their music, they're definitely seem like from what the one band I'm glad I never had a chance to catch live because I know I would have been horribly disappointed was REM. One band I'm glad I never had a chance to catch live because I know I would have been horribly disappointed. I hear they are garbage live. Or they were now, I guess I have to say. Fantastic in the studio. Garbage live. Or they were now, I guess I have to say. I think probably my only weird, really odd concert credit is I got to see the Smother Brothers on their last tour. Probably my only weird, really odd concert credit is I got to see the Smother Brothers on their last tour. They were funny. Probably still are. I think they're both actually still alive. They were funny. I know that Tom's not in great health though. Probably still are. I think they're both actually still alive. Oh, Papa. I know that Tom's not in great health. God, I loved in '88. David Letterman had him do that skit for like. Had him do those skits for like 12 weeks. Oh man, so perfect. Do that skit for like. Do those skits for 12 weeks. I don't think I've ever laughed harder at anything. Pat Paulson is a comedian, and in '88, of '88, he had a fake campaign for president that was being run. Pat Paulson was every Wednesday on the David Letterman show, and it was just literally the most hilarious thing you'd ever see. President that was being run Wednesday on David Letterman. Yeah, so we definitely need a Pat. Well, nothing need Pat Paulson, but yeah, we definitely need somebody like Pat Paulson. Oh yeah, I know he was a regular on the '70s too. I just remember where. You know, that used to be his thing, is that he would be. Oh yeah, I know he was a regular on the '70s too. He did like that. You know, that used to be his. Went the wrong way anyway. Oh yeah, I know he was a regular on the '70s too. He did like that. That really heavy political comedy. How many drow slavers are there? What the hell? Oh, it's crazy. I shouldn't even be here. All but one. I've never seen that encounter with 3 drow slavers. That was nuts. And only one purple dragon knight. All but one. I get one purple dragon knight and a couple of their esquires too. That was insane. That's a drag. And only one purple dragon knight. I get one purple dragon knight and a couple of their esquires too. That was insane. That's a drag. Might as well just get the thing here, right? I mean, I'm right here. Might as well just get the thing. They made it mean, especially when they took away poison immunities from Warforged and monks. That was kind of cruel. They made it mean, especially when they took away poison. That's another Dryad. Monks. That was kind of cruel. Herb. That's another Dryad. There, now I'm ready if I get Evening Star Healer. There, now I'm ready if I get. You gotta kill the burb to make the Dryad appear. Star Healer. Well, this is a corrupted Dryad who doesn't need a sacrifice. You gotta kill the burb to make the Dryad appear. Well, this is a corrupted. I'm missing something actually. Doesn't need a sacrifice. I didn't get this one because I ran right through it. I'm missing something actually. I'd like to I didn't get this one, but it's not nighttime yet. It's never nighttime.
This place was peaceful before the darkening. Now,
I'd like to but it's not nighttime yet.
and savage creatures roam these glades.
It's never nighttime.
Dryads are angry. Outraged.
Dragging over it's on me. I haven't been to a whole lot of concerts. You've been to every concert Gordon Lightfoot's ever played in. I saw him. I haven't been to a whole lot of concerts. So I lost love. Been to every concert Gordon Lightfoot's ever played in. Which even though I saw him, it was in Spanish, was a damn good show. So I lost love. Which even though it was in Spanish, was a damn good show.
Is a symptom of a greater illness, but being the desire for brief power by any means necessary.
My family goes to concerts all the time that I would like to go to, but they never invite me. My sister went to Elton John. My mom and dad went to the Moody Blues. I would have loved to have seen the Moody Blues. My family goes to concerts all the time that I would like to go to, but they never invite me. My sister went to Elton John. My mom and dad went to the Moody Blues. I would love to have seen the Moody Blues. I'm really not on all that hot on seeing Elton John because I like his pre-1981 voice. I'm really not on hot. The one he ruined with cocaine. I like his pre-1981 voice. The one he ruined with cocaine. The saddest one is we had,
Since it lets them spread unchecked by the light of the sun.
The saddest one is we had, if I could go back and see him before 1981, I probably would pay for him. If I could go back after 1981, he's just not very good live. He never learned how to re-sing his old stuff. After 1981, and listening to him try to sing his old stuff now, it's unless he's really on, not very good. And listening to him try to sing his old stuff now, it's. Gordon Lightfoot still sings everything as well as he can after 81 years. Gordon Lightfoot still sings everything. He still tries to sing it in all the right register or all the same registers. Sometimes it makes his voice reedy, but it sounds. He still tries to sing it in all the right register. Really, there's nothing more painful than listening to Elton John trying to sing "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" anymore. Really, there's nothing more painful than if he sings anything he recorded after 1981, it sounds amazing. Elton John, anything, everyone, play the old stuff. No, don't. No. Please, God, no. If he sings anything he recorded after 1981, it sounds amazing. Anything, everyone, play the old stuff. No, don't. No. Please, God, no. Yeah, I mean, the couple times he sang the "Can You Feel the Love Night" it's great. Listen, he can sing that. Yeah, I mean, the couple times he sang the. He can even sing your song because, admittedly, that's not exactly the hardest song to sing. But stuff like "Rocket Man" or "Blues for Baby and Me" or "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me," he can sing that. He can even sing your song because, admittedly, he sings that. Doo, 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 doo. Stuff like "Rocket Man," "Blues for Baby and Me," or "Sun Go Down Me." I don't want to try to kill the burb. I don't want to try to kill the burb. I'll get no loot for that. War wizards are stingy. War wizards are stingy. I just say goodbye to things. sweet love and the innocence of you.
Against the darkening rages of many stars, running stars part in the war is but one thread of a vast web, and like a web, it needs just one good pull.
Yeah, I've actually seen videos of him playing live. Like sing sad songs pretty well now. Oh, this is a weird band now. I've actually 75. This was a hilarious video. Oh, this is a weird band now. There must be Astral Panther around here. A random chest. I don't know where. This was a hilarious video. The sound of your heart. Hilarious video. Pretty funny song actually when you listen to it too. The sound of your heart. Hilarious video. Pretty funny song actually when you listen to it too. If I had heard the song without watching it, I might have not been so keen on it, but I watched the video first, and so it's obvious that they're making fun of that whole pickup culture that was popular in 2007. It's hilarious. Pickup culture that was popular. Oh, right, it's right there. It's hilarious. Sound of It's also actually got some really good lines in it too. It's just all about. It's also actually got some really good lines in it too. So you want to be so lost in this theory and philosophy. Jeez, that's a great. Jeez, that's a great.
I've seen many a threat fall before the will of those strong enough to face it, and I have seen many a new threat rise from the ashes of the old. Some call it a balance.
The beat's very heartbeat-like too. It's just a whole bunch of brilliant decisions in this song.
They'll grow to choke all unless ye make an
The beat's very heartbeat-like too. It's just a whole bunch of brilliant decisions in this song. I have literally not heard anything else by the 1975. I'm afraid listening to anything else by them will ruin my love for the. I have literally not heard this song by the 1975. I'm afraid listening to anything else by them will ruin my love for the. I have literally not heard this song. That happened to my sister once. She fell in love with "I'm Like a Bird" by Nelly Furtado and went out and bought the album. She was all like, "Oh my God, you cannot believe how much swearing this lady does in the rest of her songs." She fell in love with "I'm Like a Bird" by Nelly Furtado and went out and bought the album. None of them are like, "Oh my God, you cannot." Well, one song I bought it for. Swearing this lady does in the rest of her songs. I'll admit I was genuinely surprised about that too, but I wasn't the one who went out and bought the album. But good to know. I'll admit I was genuinely surprised about that too, but I wasn't the one who went out and bought the album. I know the sound, I know the sound. Guess what I should do tomorrow? Maybe if I listen to all of Rush's discography, I can summon Bakagor back to Friday nights. That's what I should do tomorrow. Maybe if I listen to all of Rush's discography, I wasn't intending Friday night because I was going through that sleep problem I had. I wasn't. Why the viewership is down. That sleep problem I had. Why the viewership is down. I don't stream because I'm interested in viewership. If it comes, it comes. And I come. Also, I tend to stream weirder hours. It comes. And I come.
I feel much power inside these strange
Also, I tend to
fragments we call
weirder hours.
shards.
I've been known to roll out of bed at 4:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, well, European Rocket League's not on. Might as well strain.
On, I wonder. That is a sage's question for another time.
I've been known to roll out of bed at 4:30 a.m. Probably go back and participate in the feast. Rocket League's not on. Might as well strain. See if I can get there. Probably go back and participate in the feast. See if I can get there. Speaking of, don't let the sun go down on me. That's what I'm listening to now. Usually I don't like covers over the original. Don't let the sun go down. Just have amazing covers. Don't let the sun go down on me. I've always loved, and then Oleta Adams just demolished it on 2 rooms. Don't let the sun go down on me. I've always loved, and then Oleta Adams just demolished it on 2 rooms. I want to run straight there and then just go up here, grab 26. I want to run straight there and then just go up here, grab 26. The light, and don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, there's nothing else that I see. I just allow a fragment of your life. See, he tries to still sing it high. If you sing it low like I'm trying to do, I mean, I'm not the best singer. I think you could do a better job of it. But he still insists that he can hit the high notes. He tries to still sing it high. If you sing it low like I'm trying to do, I mean, I'm not the best singer. I think you could do a better job of it. But he still insists that he can hit the high notes. Nope. I should go back and update my website tomorrow too. I could update my website while listening to Rush. That probably would be the most stereotypical thing I could do. Program. Go back and update my website tomorrow too. I could update my website while listening to Rush. That probably would be the most stereotypical thing I could do. Program. Because I've actually got that sometimes. Oh, you programmed on the Commodore 64. You don't listen to Rush? Because I've actually got that sometimes. Oh, you programmed on the Commodore 64. You don't listen to Rush? Not too sure. Well, there's a little bit. All right, maybe back here for the feast. Not too sure. Well, there's a little bit. All right, maybe back here for the feast. Okay, they are not werewolves. There are 2 versions of that one. One's like, oh, we're okay. They are not those feasts, but then they're like, oh, we're really werewolves. Oh. There are 2 versions of that one. One's like, oh, we're okay. Those feasts, but then they're like, oh, we're really werewolves. Oh, key change. Oh, sucker. What? I'll let the sun go down on me. Key change. Oh. Big piano fill. The end of this of Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me is real. Big piano fill. That keychain is one of the best key changes ever. The end of this there sure are a lot of dire bears out. Keychain is one of the best key changes ever. There sure are a lot of dire bears out. running.
Mayhap ye have already done. If so, blessing upon you.
Oh, Love and Blue by Bob Dylan. I don't want to skip that today. Ooh, State of Grace, Billy Joel. Deep Tech. I don't want to skip that today. State of Grace is probably the best song off of Stormfront. Deep Tech. I find out Billy Joel's like, yeah, no, I don't like We Didn't Start the Fire. Seems a little pretentious. I find out Billy Joel's like, yeah, no, I don't like. Seemed a little superficial, but seems a little pretentious. That's why it made so good for American high school history education. That's what they're looking for. That's why it made so good for American high school history education. That's what they're looking for.
Prove ourselves worthy of respect.
Apparently, I've come back to doing streaming and turned it to I will musically review my entire collection while playing it. Apparently, I've come back to doing streaming and turned it to I will musically review my entire collection while playing it. Live a different life than me. You have to be afraid of how. Live a different life than me. You have to be slipping away. Really stay where you are. Keep you from going too far. Holding you here is so hard to do. I'm losing you. Holding you here is so hard to do. That's almost definitely a dryad. That's almost definitely a dryad. Dryads don't usually appear in the south part too often. I don't know why. Rescue the priestess of a Manitou. Dryads don't usually appear in the south part too often. I don't know why. Rescue the priestess of a Manitou. Okay, kind of looks like I'm supposed to kill one and not the other. Kind of looks like I'm supposed to kill one and not the other. There something I don't know about? I guess not. I'm not seeing a drow slaver. My spot's pretty good. Maybe she's just in the box. Maybe she's just in the box. Oh, there she is. Alright, well, you go. Run away. What was that? Alright, well, you go. Run away. Something for piety? What was that? Propriety of piety. I don't get something for piety. Nice. Propriety of piety. I don't really like doing the dragons at level 21, but here. I didn't get the first dragon. Let's see if I got the second dragon. I don't really like doing the dragons at level 21, but here. I didn't get the first dragon. Let's see if I got the second dragon. That would be a big nope. No dragons. That would be a big nope. No dragons. Stupid by. This is just Dolores O'Riordan. I think this offers angles. No dragons. Stupid by. This is just Dolores O'Riordan. I think this offers angles. I named a Romulan starship after this song. I named a Romulan starship after this song. All my Romulan ships in Star Trek Online were named after lines from Cranberry songs. All my Romulan ships in Star Trek Online were named after lines from Cranberry songs. Kind of gave them a Halo type feel, actually, if you want to be honest with it. You know, Pillar of Autumn and whatnot. Kind of gave them a Halo type feel, actually, if you want to be honest with it. You know, Pillar of Autumn and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the Halo ships are just translations. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the Halo ships are just translations. It's stupid. Stay here for a while. So the line out of this one, it says erase this memory, so I have a called erased memory. So the line out of this one, it says erase this memory, so I have a called erased memory. Stay here for a while. We are almost done with the King's Forest. It's a nice, relaxing way to get XP. I mean, it's not quick, but. 114,000 XP is nothing to sneeze at. Like I said on past broadcasts, I always tend to do SREs. Just the first pass. Sometimes I might go for all the rares if the rares drop good loot, like Mimic Terran or Portrait of the Macabre. Most of the time, though, there's just no real cause for it. No, the rares are just junk chests. Borderlands, it drops so usually. You get 6 or 7 chests. You've gotten everything already. Well, I still haven't gotten the gloves on the second account yet. It's too bad. I really need them. You've gotten everything already.
Predicted thy visit from another world. We
I
both
think she's wearing them, aren't She's wearing silver sigil gloves. Yes.
place them together.
Awesome gloves. This is almost all my characters have their glove slot free. Really good glove to put on. You get awesome gloves. This is almost placement ghostly.
Faerun, born by the drow from the Underdark.
Really good glove to put on. You get back and lets me go. Where I don't let my lifeline stray. So the only one left, 38. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of necromancers. Why do I have 3 necromancers? I have 3 necromancers. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of necromancers. Why do I have 3 necromancers? I have 3 necromancers. I'm a warlock, so big deal. You should get 2, so just buy 2, get 1 free. Well, I didn't quite buy BOGO. I got 2, so they can bake pizza BOGO. Thinking about using it. Well, I didn't quite buy BOGO.
Ye see but a portion of a larger war.
I think you have to use their app. Everybody wants you to download their app. You gotta have an app.
Be no land that is not darkened by the struggle.
I think you have to use their app. Look at all this area in the King's Forest you'll never go. You gotta have an app. Look at all this area in the King's Forest you'll never go. Quality of life improvement. When you step into the King's Forest or step into a big adventure area, there's an NPC that tells you which rares are up. Quality of life improvement. Puts them on the map so you can go hunt them down. Or step into a big adventure area. There's an NPC that tells you which rares are. Make it a plat sync. You have to pay them a little some for that information. Make it a plat sync. You have to pay them a little. Hashtag I'm brilliant. Hashtag I'm brilliant. Trying to get platinum. He almost has 1 million. Trying to get platinum. Do people spend platinum on? Seriously. He almost has 1 million. Do people spend platinum on? Seriously. He almost has 1 million. Do people spend platinum on? Seriously. I actually want to do any more tonight. A little run down, but I'm also not sleepy. I'm just tired. I actually want to do any more tonight. A little run down, but I'm also not sleepy. I'm just tired. Oh my God. Every day, every possible way. Well, I didn't quite get to level 22, so I guess I should continue until I get to level 22. We'll go ahead and do the King's Arc. Well, I didn't quite get to level 22. I guess I should continue until I get to level 22. We'll go ahead and do the King's Arc. Before even more. Dreams by the Cranberries, very good song. Dreams by the Cranberries. Very good song. I'll definitely reset it. Come on. I'm not going to go into it. You know, there's a chance I might get like Spiral outfit. That's kind of what I'm wearing right now. I'll definitely reset it. I got Spiral turquoise outfit with fur shawl. Spiral outfit. That's kind of what I'm wearing right now. I'll definitely reset it. I got Spiral turquoise. Yeah, the turquoise stuff's pretty good. Yeah, the turquoise stuff's pretty good. I also have this in the Rube. I also have this in the Rube. Probably only one more consistent is probably Dark World. All the Dark Worlds are pretty good. I also have this in the Rube. Probably only one more consistent is probably Dark World. I think I like Dark World. All the Dark Worlds. Turquoise, probably Black Canneth. I think I like Dark World. I'm just going to do this the quick way. I don't have trapping skills, so. I'm just going to do this the quick way. I don't have trapping skills, so.
The farmhouse has seen better days. In the middle of the room, a drow priestess stands menacingly.
Takes too long, even with a greater.
Where is it? Priestess demands. Do not play games, fool.
Takes too long, even with what it's called. Greater. What it's called. Like how they'd be, he's all like, dude, I'm out of here. Like, dude, I'm out of here. We'll rescue these three just to make it easier on me. You kind of want to fight her down here. We'll rescue these three just to make it easier on me. An example of someone who had one brilliant album and ate well off of it for the remainder of his career. Every example of someone who had Rod Stewart, a brilliant album and ate well off of it for the remainder of his career. He'd have one or two good songs after this, but boy, he also put together some really garbage stuff. He'd have one or two good songs after this, but boy, he also put together some really garbage stuff. Like I said, just come a little closer. No, I don't want you over here. You'll be too close to everybody else. Technically, I saved everybody. You'll be too close to everybody else. Technically, I saved everybody. In a peaceful riot, when all I wanted was a cup of tea, I was accused. Brilliant line. But Kenny had done that more in his career. I don't know. All we know is he didn't. Brilliant line. I'm not even too sure who wrote the song. I don't know. All we know is he didn't. I'm not even too sure who wrote the song. Kind of wondering what legendary Vision of Destruction is going to be like. It's just going to be a big turtle fest. Or if they're going to completely change the raid. Kind of wondering what legendary. Either not changing Master Artificer or Turtle Fest. The other one. Lord of Blades. But Vision of Destruction. Either not changing Master Artificer or Turtle Fest. The other one. Lord of Blades. But Vision of Destruction. Not changing raid. I mean, back when 20 was the cap, Vision of Destruction had some good parts to it. You know, Levic shields were really sought after by clerics. I mean, back when 20 was the cap, I wonder if there's going to be a Dryad here. You know, Levic shields were really sought after. Come back, Squirrel! I gotta kill you, otherwise the Dryad won't appear. I wonder if there's going to be a Dryad here. Oh, it was this tree she popped out of. Weird. Aw, I didn't get any Dryad sap. Bummer. Oh, it was this tree she popped out of. Weird. Aw, I didn't get any Dryad sap. I mean, how does Oriat? It's a small scale raid too, but Vision of Destruction was just. How does Oriat? It's a small scale raid too, but Vision of Destruction was just. Let's just say there's a big opportunity here for them to rethink that raid completely anyway. Let's just say there's a big opportunity here for them. I never much cared for Master Artificer. I didn't think it was that great of a raid. I love Lord of Blades. Lord of Blades is a brilliant. I never much cared for him. Don't get a chance to run it as much as I'd like. I love Lord of Blades. Lord of Blades is a brilliant. Don't get a chance to run it as much as I'd like. I have plus 16. My dice step must be really crap on a Warlock. I thought it was 6 too, but maybe it's 4. This one was 6, but they might have nerfed that when they took plus 16. My efficiency from them too. On a Warlock. I thought it was 6 too, but maybe it's 4. This one was 6, but they might have nerfed that when they took efficiency from them too. That was a brutal hit. That was a brutal hit. I'm sorry. Don't know how lovely Coldplay's a lot like Queen like that for me, is that I like some of their songs, and the songs I really like, and then the rest of the stuff I think is like, making it really hard for me to say I'm a fan of yours. For me is that I like some of their songs, and the songs I really like, and then the rest of the stuff I think is like, making it really hard for me to say I'm a fan of yours. The Dark Encanter has died. The Dark Encanter has died. Now, see, on the other hand, REM, I kind of was into REM for a while. Now, see, on the other hand, REM, I like Document, Monster, Automatic for the People, Out of Time. After that, like 3 songs, I like a lot of them. Giant Happy People radio song, Losing My Religion, What's the Frequency Canon, and the World as We Know It. When I Love. Giant Happy People radio song, Losing My Religion, What's the Frequency Canon, and the World as We Know It. When I Love. One of the things that me and my sisters, one of my younger, the 2 sisters bonded over. So that's how we found out that REM is a horrible live band. I thought I'd found the absolute perfect gift for her one Christmas, and I got her a. So that's how we found out that REM is a CD completely chock full of REM bootlegs, and she almost stopped being an REM fan over it because they were so bad. CD completely chock full of REM bootlegs, and yeah, I haven't either. That's the great thing about YouTube and whatnot, is that a lot of their bad. You can kind of catch a lot of live performances. Yeah, I haven't either. That's the great thing about YouTube. Taped, as it were, but some bands are just as good live. Now, see, the opposite of REM is Phil Collins. I would never, ever, ever, never pay to see Phil Collins. Not because he's bad live, but because he's identical to his studio stuff live. See, the opposite of REM is Phil Collins. I would never, ever, ever, never pay to see Phil. He literally doesn't sound any different at all to his studio stuff live. Now, when I go see a live performance, I kind of want a little bit of free at all. Yeah, a little bit of freestyling and whatnot. If you're a talented musician, you can do that. Phil Collins is going to play the songs exactly the same every single time. It's like a machine. Even if he was lip singing, even if he is doing that's still, even if he wasn't, even if maybe he is, but even if he wasn't, I know who the Sisters of Mercy are. I don't think I've ever heard a song by them, but I know who they are. But I do. They are in my. I know who this is. Consciousness. I don't think I've ever heard a song by them, but I know who they are. But I do. They are in my. I know who this is. Consciousness. I don't think I've ever heard a song by them, but I know who they are. But I do. They are. Was it too much? Go with it, baby. This was another great late 80s video. Roll With It by Steve Winwood. This was another great late 80s video. Roll With It by Steve Winwood. Bring it back to stay. Let's roll with it, baby. Just roll, baby. Well, Genesis. Well, Genesis. I didn't really. I've heard. I've got a couple of their. I have the album that was released in '76. It was the last one they did with Peter Gabriel. I didn't really. I've heard. I've got a couple of their. I have the album that was released in '76. That's what it was. '76. It was the last six. Yeah, they were like had really serious prog rock chops, which were done by Domino on Invisible Touch. Yeah, they were like had really is an amazing song. Probably the last really Genesis song. Probably the last really Genesis song. 10 minutes and 46 seconds of absolute weirdness. 10 minutes and 46 seconds of absolute I'm not too sure it's as good of a prog rock song as Hearts by Yes on 90125, their last prog rock effort. But I'm not too sure it's as good of a prog rock song. Still very great. On 90125, their last prog rock effort. But still very good. On your mind, you knew it, roll with it, baby. On your mind, since it would be so nice, just to step out for paradise and just roll with it, baby. I think After It Can Happen, Hearts is definitely my second favorite Yes song, followed quickly by Our Song. I think After It Can Happen, again, I know 125 is one of the most perfect albums ever recorded. Our Song. Again, I know 125 is one of the most perfect albums ever recorded. So yes, it's just King Crimson without like one or two people or something. Is that what the story is? So yes, it's just King Crimson without like one or two people or something. Is that what the story is? I love how they're telling me, don't kill the slaves. No, I'm Warlock. That's probably not going to happen. I love how they're telling me, don't kill the slaves. No, I'm Warlock. That's probably not going to happen. Oh, they opened the door. Never seen him do that. Oh, they opened the door. So apparently, if you're being particularly brutal, they'll make you be more brutal. Great, good to know. So apparently, if you're being particularly brutal, they'll make you be more brutal. Great, good to know. Fair enough. The exact opposite of the way many bands work. If you leave our band and go do solo stuff, you'll never be invited back. Fair enough. Founded the band. I don't care. The exact opposite of the way many bands work. If you leave our band and go do solo stuff, you'll never be invited back. Fair enough. Founded the band. I don't care.
Drow have installed a complex series of gates to guarantee their newly captured slaves escape.
They split it, so I don't know which side the things are on. They're on the other side. Good. They split it, so I don't know which side the things are on. They're on the other side. Good.
How did you cast that magic? That was no ordinary spell.
They split it, so
I don't know.
which side
It just happened.
Yeah, there were a lot of intermingling in bands back in the day sometimes. Amazing to see people pop up from time to time, and you're all like, yeah, there were a lot of intermingling in bands back in the day sometimes. Amazing to see people pop up from time to time. It's always hilarious when, it's like later on after they all become big and successful, and it's like, I'm just going to get the friends together. And you're all like, oh my God, I wish I had your friends. It's always hilarious when, it's like later on after they all become big and successful, and it's like, I'm just going to get the friends together. And you're all like, oh my God, I wish I had your friends. George Harrison, I put together an album. This guy are some of my friends and accidentally create a supergroup. George Harrison, I put together an album. This guy are some of my friends and accidentally create a supergroup.
You've seen tourists and comics?
He's got a wolf club, big chartreuse, stand for a blocker, we about keep our clocking this. Okay, well now they're. I can't even get to that one drow. They're a drow slaver behind a lock. Okay, well now they're. I can't even get to that one drow.
Do you think that would help me control it?
They're a drow slaver behind a lock.
Get out of here.
Oh, you're both over here. Largely affected. Four CDs and a mutual fund. Oh, you're both over here. Largely affected.
Whatever it is.
Four CDs and a mutual fund.
If it were here, they'd have found it and left. I'm afraid they'll never leave. Not till all Cormiers burn to the ground. I'm scared to go home now.
Something off a soundtrack. That's a little different. Gonna Fly Now by Bill Conti. Bill Conti is the only reason why Sylvester Stallone has an Oscar. Something off a soundtrack. That's a little different. Gonna Fly Now by Bill. The star of the movie Rocky was not Sylvester Stallone or Talia Shire. It was Bill Conti's soundtrack. The star of the movie Rocky was not Sylvester Stallone or Talia Shire. It was Bill Conti's soundtrack. Sorry, I don't mean to be that. You know, Sylvester Stallone's not actually the worst. But Rocky shouldn't have done anything without Bill Conti. I'm sorry. Sylvester Stallone's not actually the worst. But Rocky shouldn't have done anything without Bill Conti. I'm sorry. Oh, mail. Why did I run up here? Go points. Oh, mail. Why did I run up here? Go points. Alright guys, it's 10:30. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Probably be on tomorrow. Probably doing Sharon Inco stuff. I'll probably do a lot more. I appreciate you stop by today, especially you guys, Rolana, Fargonaut, and Demetrius. Thanks for showing up. I'll probably do a lot more. Appreciate all my lurkers. I actually had quite a few tonight. That was especially awesome. And yeah, thanks for showing up. You guys have a great night, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow. All my lurkers. Peace. Awesome. And yeah. You guys have a great night, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Peace.